Welcome back to Legendary Foods Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo and today is Thursday, June 18th, 2020. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. People toss around the term home field advantage a lot without really knowing what it means. But if you look at the numbers, there really is some statistical merit to being on your home turf. According to the numbers, last year, home teams won nearly 60% of the time in the NFL, which is a huge statistical edge, as any gambler knows. And if there's any carryover of that into bodybuilding, good things might be on the horizon for Derrick Oslan. The Tampa native says that he's ready to put his talents on display right there in his own backyard, where he'll be up against one of the strongest lineups of the season. But since the numbers are on his side, if Derrick plays to his strengths, a top 5 finish here might not be out of the question. Now I want you to take everything I just said about home field advantage and throw it out the window, because I'm picking George Peterson to win the 212 in Tampa. Last week, someone in George's camp leaked his plans to hit the ground running at one of the biggest events of the season, where I'm sure all eyes will be on him as he makes the transition into the new 212 division. Anyone who's been tracking George's progress knows that he looks like an absolute monster right now. So if he sucks down enough to make weight in Tampa, it might be game, set, and match for the first second that he walks out onto that stage. Obviously, the whole coronavirus situation has been terrible in a lot of ways for millions of people all over the world. But for some people, there have been, somewhat of a silver lining in the sense that it's given them a chance to pour more energy into their passions. And for me, one really clear example of that is Sheila Black. On Monday, Sheila posted a video on Instagram on a floor routine that she's been working on for the last few months, which gave her fans a behind-the-scenes look at what the latest phase of her new journey looks like. Sheila's been one of the most unique and talented athletes in women's physique for a long time, and women's bodybuilding before that. And something like this just illustrates how diverse her interests are away from the stage. So if the extra time off was all she needed to refocus some of her efforts, 2020 could end up being one of the best seasons of her career. And finally, I want to close out today's show by sending a very special shout out to my friend John Meadows. As many of you know, John was hospitalized recently after he suffered a surprise heart attack, which sent shockwaves throughout the entire bodybuilding and fitness community. But today, after a little bit of rest and a little bit of rehab, I'm happy to announce that John is back in the gym and slowly starting to get back into somewhat of a normal routine. The fact that he's able to do this only 30 days after one of the most traumatic experiences of his life is a testament to what kind of a person he is, both mentally and physically. And luckily for him, the doctors cleared him just in time for the summer, which means it's time to officially bust out that full wardrobe of sleeveless shirts like he likes to keep tucked away in his basement. John, we love you. Glad you're feeling better. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions. And make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.